Hello! It's a great time for another track day, and yeah, it's actually on today. And so today's episode is at Donnington Park Raceway. It is a fantastic track with a lot of history and some fantastic races there over the years. And so I am going to do the usual thing. I'm going to spread it over 3 full laps. On the first lap, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy the view, take in the track, and enjoy that engine noise for what you can hear. I have done a little bit of tinkering around with the audio to try and reduce the wind noise because I do have the roof down, because why not? And so let me know in the comments if you think it's worked. Next time I think I'm going to throw one of these into the glove box and see if that's any better. Every day is a school day if you let it. And so on the second lap, I am going to go through the corner names as we go around the lap so you can take in the track for itself. And then on the third lap, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to point out some things. I'm going to show you where to position your car to get the most out of the track right from the get-go. And as a Brucey bonus, I'm going to put in a 4th full lap. This one's going to be a wet lap, so that means you can see where you can position it differently from the dry to the wet. And let's face it, it's a track day in the UK. It's going to be wet at some point, so it's all good knowledge to have and to bear in mind. And it's also made me better at games, knowing these sort of things. And the person who taught me was actually the instructor that I booked on the day. And that is my best bit of advice for you. Book yourself in with an instructor, especially if you've never been there before. Definitely get that booked in for yourself. It will make you a better driver. They know the track a lot better than yourself, and they know driving as well a lot better than yourself. And there's always something to learn. Like I say, every day is a school day if you let it. And so enjoy the laps that I've put together for you. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll catch you at the end. Okay, so we're on to the names of the turns. So first off, the start-finish straight is called Wheatcroft Straight, that leads straight into Redgate, which is this one here, otherwise known as the first corner. As you can see, there's lots of runoff there for some people if your brakes don't work, or if you've got four-wheel steering and not ready for it. And then that leads to Hollywood, and that leads straight into the Craner Curves down the hill. This hill is a lot steeper in real life than it gives credit for in this video, or games actually. And then this one here is the old hairpin. Not really a hairpin, but hey ho. And then you can see there Starkey's Bridge, and I did tell the wife that it wouldn't rain, but then kind of did. Anyway, so on to Schwartz Curve. that one there, into McLean's, which is quite a tricky one, and a late apex. You see it tightens up there at the end, but I'll tell you a bit more about that on the next lap. Coming along here, up the hill, so a short braking zone into Capiche. I like Capiche. I'm going to call it Capiche. It's not how it's properly said, but that's how I'm saying it. Coppice. You make up your own mind. Then down this straight into Roberts, which was the track we're on. Depends on who you go with. It's not often that they have the Fogarty S's, which is off to the left, down to the Melbourne hairpin, and then Goddard's to get back onto the Wheatcroft straight. I don't know why a lot of tracks cut off important bits like this, and well, Brands Hatch is the worst for it actually. But onto the tricks and tips now. So the braking point is where that red bit starts, where the pit exit is, and then you turn in where that emergency road starts. And don't worry about the inside curb. It's all about holding your speed in and through Hollywood. Full throttle down here, and then you want to stick to the right there. It also has a plateau where you lift off, turn in, and slowly get back on. So that means you can stick to the left there. Braking point is where that sign is on the right, and then squeeze it through there, back on the power as soon as you can, but watch out for this kink because the curb does come in and then straighten out. So a lot of people worry too much about that, but don't worry, you go over the curbs, your car will be fine. Full throttle through here, and then as you come through that one, you come stick to the left, turn in, and then you can see here how much of a sharp exit it is, so make sure you're on the throttle before that one if you've got it lined up nicely. If you haven't got it lined up nicely, you'll be onto that green bit and onto the sand. Now brake where the curbs are and turn in where the curbs end. Try and hold on to your power and speed through this one. If you've got lots of speed holding on, you can go around the outside. That's what most people do, but I like to stick on the inside. Gives me a bit of extra margin in case the back end comes out. Now here, there's a bit that goes up where I've just paused it here. You can't really see it on the film, but that's where you want to start braking, and hard, and then ease off the brake. Make sure you've got good speed to thread it through here with as little steering input as possible, and just hold that speed through. And so onto the wet lap. To get things clear and so you can visualize it, you want to give yourself a little bit of extra room away from the main line. Especially in this area here, it gets very slippy. Normally leave yourself a meter, and that should do you well, mainly because it has been rubbered in, is what they call it, when a lot of tyres have been over that area, and so in the little gaps in the tarmac, as you know it's not completely smooth, that is all plugged in with rubber. So with the wet on top, it creates quite a smooth surface, which is bad for grip. So you want to go onto the slightly rougher tarmac and use that bit there. You can see here the plateau where you can get a little bit on the brake, just so that means you can maintain the correct line through that bit and set yourself up nicely for the old hairpin, which is quite tricky. Leave yourself some space like I did there, and you're good to go. You can leave yourself a bit of space away from the curbs on the exit as well, but be careful of full throttle corners like this. As you saw, I almost lost it there. And then on this one, I come off too close to the curb on the inside and have to do some corrections. I even get told off by the wife right here. And then on this one, sticking to the inside is a good idea on the exit because it is the path least used, and so you can get your power down and get out of the corner and onto the straight nice and effectively. And then coming into the last corner, you want to give yourself a meter away from that left hand side. I didn't really do it much here because of the other cars. And then in through there, watch out for the first one. You can take a little bump through the second one on that Roberts, and then away you go. So it's not that different, but you want to give yourself a little bit of leeway either side. When you're in a less powerful car, make sure to turn off all the aircon, all the stereo and everything like that to give yourself the most power possible. Not that the 3 litre BMW Z4 is underpowered, but it's only 225 brake horsepower, so on a track like this it is does seem that way. and then the harshest part of Donnington, leaving the pits. As you can see, it can get very busy with cars, and it's important to stick to the left, even though overtaking is technically on the left. But if, like this clip, someone's come out on you, you can overtake on the right and you won't get in any trouble or nothing like that. But do keep an eye on your mirrors, because even though you've just gone past someone, there could be someone who is faster than yourself, and especially going into the Craner curves, you don't really want to be letting people past on there. This guy overcorrects and then puts himself out wide by moving under braking, gets a bit sideways as he's on the marbles, which is the bits of rubber that come off of the different cars. I go over too far the other way, and a really shallow entry into this corner that then puts me on the rumble on the outside. So it's a fine line to tread, and it does make it a bit interesting when there's other cars about. That's one of the reasons why I love WEC. And here you see me let off the accelerator a bit early while I'm still on the hill and not on the plateau that upsets the car. Then I'm in a bit of a wrong line coming into the old hairpin. So corners 2, 3 and 4 are really connected. If you go a bit offline on one, it causes you to go offline on the rest of them. And now some clips of me doing some heroic saves, of course.
Doesn't like that corner, does it?
I know, I feel so big.
And it's not often that I feel like the Z4 is a big car, but these Caterhams are a menace. Look at this one pushing up the outside, coming up to the corner. I spot him, stay on the inside and almost lose it into him because I'm cutting my own line so tight, and no doubt he would have been very annoyed at me, and I was a bit annoyed at him. Again here, well, to be fair, on this one I do mess up myself, lose a bunch of speed, and then this race car comes by, shows us how it's done. And in this clip I show what turning in too early looks like. Much too early, correction, and then I'm off on the curbs on the other side of the road. It's very easily done though.
We're good. I'm telling you, we're good.
And then on the old hairpin I was less good. On the next lap I was even less good. Somehow kept it together and did not spin on that one, which is quite lucky. And then I added this clip on just so you didn't forget that I knew how to do it properly. One of the things I do love about a track day is all the different cars that you see out there, and then this is coming into the pits, just so you know, and then you've got the Marshall building first on your left, and you just basically drive around that, and through this little gate bit here is a bit tight, not gonna lie, but you've been on a track, you should be able to handle your cars. And then I like to do this even if you do have a garage, because then you can just drive through the garage and back out onto track. So that's all the clips. Thank you very much, and back to the studio. Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, thank you for making it to the end of the video. And as a bonus and an extra thank you for making it to the end of the video, I've got another money-saving tip for you. You may notice MSV signage from around the track on the video that you've just watched. Now, MSV operate a lot of the tracks around the UK, and they put on their own track days. Some of them are a bit more specialist, like the drift track days. That's a really cool one, actually. I do recommend, if you do have a welded diff or a limited slip diff, that you give that a go. It is a lot of fun. They wet the track and stuff like that. But if you're semi-new to track days and then you see the novice track day being advertised on a slightly cheaper price, don't go for it. I've fallen for that trap before, and I'm just trying to help you not go for the same thing, because it was not fun. It was nowhere near as fun as a full track day. My best recommendation is go for a full track day and enjoy it as it is. With these novice days, you only get 20 minutes of every hour. So that means people are lining up to get onto the track. The anticipation's building. And if someone red flags, that's you done for the hour then. So yeah, that is one to avoid if you was to listen to me, of course. And so that's my extra tip for you today. Another one, which I try and throw into every video, is upgrade your pads and discs. This way you can enjoy the full day without worrying about whether your pads have run out, whether your discs are warped, which you may have heard from previous videos. I think this one has it. I think this was the last one that I didn't use EBC brakes. They're not sponsoring the video, but if you'd like to, EBC, hi. And so thank you again for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it will help me get to every single track in the UK so I can make a video like this so you can enjoy it and learn a little bit and be ready for your track day. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Oh, Christ. Ah!